find the babby.
I've never heard that.
It's overall Monday. Overall's Monday.
Okay, can we
But
not,
nobody
mention it this time?
wore their overalls.
Mention it
Overalls.
next week when we all wear them.
Mention it on the thing.
No, we
Okay.
wear them almost every time. This is the one time.
Are we live? Yes.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Regulars Wanted eating show called Come and Get It.
Come get it.
We are outside today, hanging out, and we actually, the theme today is wild edible plants from the area. So we harvested these plants within like not even a mile from here.
Yeah. The yucca was the farthest away, and that was about a mile, but everything else was from either our backyard or down by the creek. Try to pick places that are well off the trail is usually a good, yes, always pick places that are off the trail before where you're picking wild things, just because of contamination.
Sweet. Well, this is, for those watching this for the first time, this is a show where we get together with the owners of the restaurant, and we, the restaurant called Regulars Wanted, and we make food and we eat it together and we comment on it. And that's pretty much it.
So this one's episode 3, and it's on foraging.
Wild food.
Wild food
around.
foraging.
It's, very important, you know, this year especially, people became, you know, more aware of scarcity of food, and we just want to highlight some of the things. I honestly just picked this all within the last 2 hours and put it all together, just from right around here, and all these things pretty much grow all around North America, so no matter where you are, there's variations of most of these things, and just wanted to highlight some of the tasty weeds we have growing around us.
Tasty weeds. Okay. Well, let's get it started. So what do we?
Let's start with this. So these guys right here are all blooming all around us right now. I don't know if you can see that. This is passing around. This is a yucca flower. So this is a very important to the Native American, the Kumeyaay in the area. They use almost every part of this plant for cordage, for eating. The root, they would bake the whole root and eat that as a big kind of a celebration meal. But this is one of the delicacies of the yucca. When it sprouts, you eat the flowers. They're supposed to taste like artichokes. I just barely tasted them today, so this is kind of a new one for us. And then also in here as well, there's some milk thistle. Milk thistle is found almost everywhere. Has a really kind of pretty flower. I'd make everybody laugh. So you'll see that in here as well. It's actually a very good medicinal plant. So I'm gonna, since I picked it, I'll be the guinea pig here. And,
so this is all yucca flowers.
Yucca and also milk thistle. Milk thistle. I did this with a little bit of garlic, olive oil. I tried to keep it a little very basic, and then I put some pine nuts in here because they said it tastes like artichokes. So.
Is it you say potato, I say potato, yucca?
Yucca. I've heard people say yucca, but yucca is good.
Okay, let's see.
And we'll add a little video of what a
It reminds
yucca plant looks like here.
And also, it reminds me of like an Asian-y, like some sort of green. Like there's a bitterness to it, but it's really tasty. But like a Chinese broccoli kind of thing. Like
What does Asian mean? No, I'm just kidding.
Never mind. We will bring in the conversation for the morning.
That's actually really good. Did you try it?
I did.
What do you think?
A little bitter.
There's a strong aftertaste to it for sure, which I didn't expect it to be in there. It's good though, like it's not bad.
What I like about wild edible plants is that there is nutrition that you will literally never get from a grocery store. Ever. You can shop in the organic section in any grocery store, and there's stuff in this wild plant that you'll never get anywhere. So I feel like it's good, and if you can adapt to the plant taste,
I think
it's good.
Yeah.
And if you can adapt to it, some people might be a little bit picky about it or whatever, but if you can, that's just nutrition you're not getting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That you're probably never going to get.
I have a good book here. My books here. Survival Skills in Native California by Paul Campbell. And here he talks about how the natives used all the plants and for survival and everything around here. But California back in one day was just literally like a walking grocery store. You could just walk and, you know, the Native Americans would pull and eat everything off the trail. They're more familiar now with acorns, was a big thing that they would use around here, but that was actually a survival food because at one time there was so much food they didn't need to come up to the mountains and harvest the acorns because there was just so much food around California, just walking around. And a lot of that stuff is still around here, definitely up here in Julian. So, yeah, I think that's a winner.
And can you eat it raw?
You can eat it raw. Yeah, like I said, they eat the root, and then yeah, the like all parts of the plant make really great cordage. So they make a lot.
What is cordage?
Cordage? If you had to make ropes and things like that.
Oh, cordage.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's a lot of survival stuff. So yeah, it actually makes you can make ropes very easily from the plant. It's kind of raw. It's a little lettucey. I mean, that's very nice.
Really good.
Yeah.
I like
For
the
plant
crunch to it.
Yeah.
But
It's not bad at all.
Yeah.
That's
It doesn't taste very different.
I've bought in like those boxes full of like greens that have like mustard and arugula and stuff like that were a lot worse than that. More bitter. Yeah, not worse, but
No, it's good.
Yeah.
Interesting. Wow. Cool.
very cool.
Okay.
Why don't we go for our next one that's warm?
Okay.
I got one in here. This one's going to be tough to see. This one is literally growing right behind us. It's part of the reason I wanted to go outside today. Excuse the noise. Hopefully it's not too loud behind us, but it's such a nice spring day. We want to come outside. This one, what does that look like? Anybody?
Chamomile? No.
Oh, you know already, but what is this little flower?
Pineapple.
Yeah.
Oh.
So if you look at that up close, it looks like
Sweet. We'll do a close-up of this.
little mini
What is this called
pineapple.
again?
This is pineapple chamomile.
Pineapple chamomile. I'll do a close-up of that right there.
And that is literally almost everywhere. It usually likes to grow kind of out in the open spaces. Again, this is definitely one you want to pick up off trail because there's lots of animals and things like that that can contaminate it. But this one for the PCT hikers, when I get a chance, I always tell them about it because this is like as they're walking up here for the next few weeks, they're going to see this everywhere. You get into camp at the end of the night, you take some of this and put it just in your hot water, and we're going to have some right now. We'll give you a kind of a feedback of what it is.
I didn't put that much in there, but it's very hot.
We'll just do a little of this. This is one of my favorites because it's super easy to find. It's super easy to identify. Once you see it, you'll always remember it. And here's our tea's got a little bit.
Cheers, y'all.
To it. Cheers.
Cheers.
Boom.
Okay.
Coronavirus.
Yeah. We all go down together.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's
All for one for all.
And you can smell the chamomile when you're walking through when you find it out in the wild. It smells like the chamomile tea that we brew here.
Yeah, if you rub on the flower, here you can get some oils out. Organic chamomile.
It's good.
Oh, I was like, is that like one of those Silent Hill alarms to get us out of the town?
That was Chewbacca.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Just chewy.
Okay.
Just a chewy chamomile.
Okay, I'm gonna do a little bit more yucca
Yeah,
here.
so this, like I said, this one is one of my favorites. Again, everything here, you want to rinse everything very carefully. I triple washed all these greens, everything, just because you are wild picking it, and there could be little things on there. Yeah, so this one's an easy one to do. I recommend that for everyone. At least try it once. Go out in your yard, find some pineapple chamomile, throw it in some hot water. Then you can make cookies out of it, all sorts of stuff. It's really nice.
It usually grows in areas that are like really neglected land, like some harsh driveway. Don't get it from a driveway, but that kind of landscape.
Yeah.
That's where I usually find it.
Yes, exactly.
In the cracks of like sidewalks and stuff like that. Anyways.
I would say normally I don't drink tea by itself. Like I find it really gross because it's like bitter
Louder.
without honey. But this is really good. It's like sweet and nice. It's good stuff.
I agree.
Yeah, come on.
That was
All
a
right.
hiccup, not a burp, Alex.
Okay. Oh. Watch
No.
last episode to get that reference. Okay. What's next?
Well, why don't we do that since you're grabbing it?
Oh.
Let's do this and see.
So what is?
So this is a cool one. We just happen to have them here. This isn't something that's native. Just where the benefit of Julian is people since the 1860s have been bringing all these plants that they wanted to grow up here, and everything grows in Julian. So this is actually what we're using right now to smoke. Right now, anybody know what wood we're smoking with?
Walnut. No.
It's a wood nut.
Wood.
Or nutwood. Nutwood.
Nutwood.
It's right there.
I don't know what it is.
Okay.
Is it okay? Well.
So this is a tree in the Middle East, and you can eat the exterior of this.
Oh God. Traumatized here. Oh. An almond.
Yep.
Almond
these are
tree?
Green almonds. Yep.
Do we use almond wood?
So we're using almond wood right now to smoke with. We had walnut before, and we have an almond tree growing right in our back, and there's some other ones around town. And so these got a little oxidized, but they're here in the salad. And that's it. You can eat the outside; it's a little bitter, but the whole thing is edible. And
The whole thing is
flowers-
edible.
The flowers are edible as well. Sorry, I'm not projecting again. Yeah. So here.
What about
Only
us?
one
Right
Christian.
here.
Oh.
Well, I'm gonna finish this off.
Okay.
All right.
No one else is touching
I have a
this.
yucca tree on my property. I'm definitely
Yeah, I mean that's
using some tonight.
I can't remember how many years that they live for before they go.
What do you want us to do with all this?
Oh,
get a
you-
plate. Oh, go.
Okay, she was gonna do a dance for us during halftime.
Okay.
No,
Intermittent
I'm not feeling it.
dance break.
she said.
What is that?
Delay.
Excuse me.
She's like,
We're good. We're good.
Do you want to serve them?
We did that. Oh.
A little dirty.
Who's the dishwasher?
this is all quick. I just added the mail.
Let's not put anyone on blast here.
Oh, serve it,
I
pass
would
it.
hard.
Okay, sorry, serve it and pass it up. So what are we doing?
Sorry.
Do you want to talk about what it is?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We'll talk about
Break
so,
bread.
so then the piece de resistance. The last thing that I did here is this is literally something you can find everywhere. If you go to Whole Foods, you'd probably pay, I don't know, $7, $8 a pound for these. These are dandelion greens. They're literally growing in your yard. Back in the olden days, people would actually pull up their lawns and plant dandelions. They're a nutrition powerhouse. Vitamin A, vitamin C, iron, calcium.
Vitamin K.
Vitamin K, a good natural source of that. Iron, they have iron in them. It's a plant-based source that has a lot of iron. They're an invasive species and a weed to most people, but literally they're growing everywhere. It's a bitter green, so if you don't like bitter greens, you're probably not going to like it. You may want to cook it to take the bitterness down. But we all like bitter, I think, except for some. So,
I'm willing to try anything.
there's some mustard greens on here as well. I put a little mustard in there. This is wild mustard. This is another one of the most common plants that you'll find everywhere around the world, pretty much. This is a variation of this they use to make canola oil because it grows everywhere. The whole plant is edible. I made the vinaigrette, has mustard flowers in it, and then we have some mustard greens here as well.
Anecdotal story about dandelion greens. They're really good. They're so medicinal that everyone that I've told to eat them, because a lot of people say for allergies, eat local honey because it's good because it's local. If you eat your local dandelion greens, this is anecdotal, so I've never seen some crazy peer-reviewed study or whatever on it. But
no medical official.
yes, not doctors. Sam is, but not me.
I am.
A lot of people have felt a drastic reduction in their allergy symptoms because the greens, it's really high in chlorophyll, more than stuff that would be in a grocery store. It's also local. The flowers too, if you add it to smoothies, juice it, all that. Again, not doctor, not giving medical advice, but
The flowers are
But
edible.
cure every disease that you've ever had. Just eat a dandelion leaf. Thank you.
And what's this dressing?
So the dressing is just simple mustard vinaigrette, but instead of the mustard, I use mustard flowers. So it'll probably take a little bit longer for it to infuse.
Love it.
And get the flavor in there. But
Yum.
I also put some avocados, some green apples, and some strawberries, because those would all be things you would find in San Diego as well.
The dressing.
And the very last little bit here, if you saw, I don't know if you can see these little purple guys. Those are the last of our wisteria blooms here. We may get another bloom this year, but it's about gone. Those are all edible. A customer actually told us about those. I didn't even know.
Yep.
They're very mild, grassy flavor.
Jim's daughter. Yeah.
But we got all
Shout
this
out,
food
Jim.
here is all wheat.
Oh,
Not bad.
not bad at all. Look, y'all, literally a dandelion stem and the unbudded flower we're eating like a salad green.
Yeah. I'm telling you, same thing you find in pack at Whole Foods. You can go get it yourself in your front yard. Super nutritious powerhouse.
Watch one of these absolutely be poisonous and we're all like,
We'll find out in about an hour or so, so
Mm.
at least we have video record.
Video evidence of Christian poisoning us. I'm just kidding.
And the wisteria flower just tastes kind of like lettucey, like a fresh lettuce. Excuse me, I'm trying to talk. I'm trying to educate people and myself. Thank you.
Okay. Wow.
Oh, yeah. Impressive.
That got messy, sorry. Delicious, but got messy. I have to get rid of it.
Oh my god. Oh, oops.
I saw some girl using a well-developed dandelion stem as a straw online.
Oh, that's cool.
Did you say fake news?
Just kidding. I really like it.
Cool.
That's a strawberry.
No, this one's from also our backyard.
It's not.
Okay, the last thing I want to talk about is these guys here. These are probably the most common asked question for wildflowers around here, because these are all in bloom right now. This is wild lilac, or ceanothus. It's one of those things that every time I read it, I mispronounce it.
Me too.
Ceanothus. It comes in, it comes in multiple colors. It comes in a white and a darker violet lavender color. It smells amazing. And so this is what you'll see in huge swatches of white and purple as you drive up here right now. It's all in bloom. And this is what's also killing your sinuses when you get up here, because this is a very tough one on your sinuses, and it's literally everywhere around here. It's an invasive species that took over after the fires. It's gorgeous, and hopefully as these cedars get bigger, it will go away and not be so much of it, but that's some beauty that's around right now.
For y'all that don't have pollen allergies, it's amazing. Like me, I love the smell of them.
And again, if you do have pollen allergies, then eat some dandelion greens. Have some local honey in there is another one trick that we use up here in the mountains.
And
This tea with local honey.
it's funny because when I used to eat dandelions a lot more frequently, I would only juice them or throw them in smoothies. I've never actually eaten them like raw like this. I just would drink it like a medicine, but not like this. So this is kind of a lot more intimate way of consuming it.
Yeah, you have to. I mean, not everybody's up for a bitter green, so you definitely have to be into that. But we all.
Cool. Wow.
So,
that's
Well,
amazing.
thank you, Christian, Chef
Yeah, thank
Christian,
you so
I
and
mean, he literally picked everything, like
And
he
then-
said, today, like this afternoon.
He went out with a backpack. He looked
Yeah.
so ready to forage everything.
By the time we closed,
Yeah.
and I got here.
and he got here, we were good to go. So.
Awesome. Well, I think that's it, guys.
yeah, I think we-
Alright.
Just a reminder for everyone, you can always buy our merch through our website, or you can come on through, get a coffee, and pick up your merch. I didn't wear my hat, but we got hats too. We got bandanas,
Socks.
long sleeve
socks.
Yeah.
We got
peanut butter cookies.
peanut butter cookies, mugs, all that. Check us out online. We'll leave a link to all that. But thank you for joining us today.
Thanks for eating with
Thanks
us.
for
Thanks,
eating with us,
Christian.
and yeah, have a great day or whatever time it is for you.
Bye. Bye from Julian.
Bye.